Hi guys, Jimmy here. And given that we have the Manufacturer Series World Final on the 4th of December, I thought it would be a good idea to take the current leading manufacturer, the Toyota and the Toyota GR Supra, around the circuit they're going to be racing at in the World Final. So here we are at the Lago Maggiore GP2 layout, and I'm in the Toyota GR Supra. Take you around and sort of show you the way around, or try to anyway. So this is a Group 3 car. You should know these fairly well by now, and very similar to the GT3 style of regulation, which means lots of downforce, lots of grip, slick tyres, all the good things that we like about our race cars. So when we're on the GP2 layout, we actually go uphill for T1 in this very tricky late apex right-handed. It's very tempting to take a very tight line here, but in reality you want to sort of come across the late, touch this curb here, then let the car just float out to the left. And now again, over another crest, you want to turn just before you go over the crest and try and run your tyres over this curb through here, because it helps drag the car around. Now we go into the camber of the left-hander, and again let the car just float out to the outside. Be nice, grip, be nice to the tyres, and then tuck her back in as we come now for the run, or start of the run, downhill towards one of my favourite corners in GT Sport. So down here is not quite flat for me. It's a bit of a lift to make sure the car gets in, and down to the right here as well, but you want to be nailing the throttle here and be full throttle all the way down the hill. And look at that, just in front of us there, a little roller coaster we like to call it. You want to brake fairly early, but then tuck the car into the camber. Very important you're down on the inside there, because if you get up too high, you don't get the same cornering effect, and it's very easy to go out and go wide and end up in the sand, where I'm a frequent visitor. Now, probably one of the fastest bits on the circuit. I'm going to go through it slowly this time, but this can be completely flat if you get the line right, but you have to get it right. So you turn in, chuck the wheel hard to the left here, use the curb again, and then aim for this sort of orange sleeping policeman on the right-hand side. Don't touch it though, it will upset the car. And then feel free to get all over the curbs through this section through here. You're down a couple of gears just to make sure you get through. And then again, curb on the right, curb on the left, very nice, and then back downhill again. This is a bit of a more open version of the roller coaster corner back at the bit previous on the circuit. Again, you want to use this camber on the inside, but don't be afraid to release the wheel too late, because you want to make sure you want to get the car out using all the circuit, and then we go back up the hill to climb back towards the start-finish line. Now this one's a bit tricky, this square left here, because you're braking just after this crest, so it's quite hard to pick out the corner. You want to try and roll as much speed through as possible, and then do the work to get the car back over to the left, because this next corner is a right-hander, and getting the best run through there is important, but very easy to overshoot this next one. This is a hairpin, as I've just done whilst practicing. That doesn't bode well, does it? And then again, get the car over to the left-hand side, and then back to the right for a flying lap, which we're going to attempt right now. Wish me luck. Now, I'm going to get my excuses out of the way and say I've not driven this circuit for a very long time. Okay, so don't judge me too harshly. As we again try and make sure we go a little bit wide into this first bit through here, and then tuck it back in. Later apex on the throttle, early enough. I didn't quite use all the road just there. And then we look for that curb on the right, drive towards it. We can be flat, just lifting a little bit to help the car turn. And again, just miss the curb on the left. They want to be on that, but it helps rotate the car. We like the rotation. Again, don't do this, hit the curbs, all right. Then we're going downhill. This is a really fun section when you get it right. I'm going to just blend off the throttle a little bit to help get the car in. Go over to the left-hand side, and then nail the throttle as we keep the car right, using that curb there. And now we're using this sort of changed elevation there, where it goes back uphill to help slow the car down. Second gear, nail it on the exit. You can probably use third there, I think, if you're going a bit quicker. I think our GT guys do. So take their lessons, not mine. And now this awesome section. Now I'm going to try and get this right for you guys, because it's really great to see when it is correct. So through this left-hander, flat through there, and then wheel to the right. The front wheel's just about biting in there. Then we've got to scrub off a little bit of speed to make sure we get through this section. All about momentum through here. Very easy to go wide in this left-hand, and we often see IE Sports drivers ticking up a little bit of dust on the exit there as we come down the bottom, and again tucking the car into the camber on the left a little bit. I braked a little bit early there. It's not quite used to the circuit as much as our guys are, but you get the rough idea. And then we go back up the hill, and luckily I'm 15 seconds up on my 217, so I can make myself feel good by seeing that purple sector there. Again, brake just after the crest, I think, is the best place to do that. Roll through some speed in third gear, get over to the left-hand side, and then again, dart to the right, pick up that curb, or almost pick it up anyway, into the hairpin, down the second gear, try and hit the apex there and not miss it, but first gear's a bit too short, so don't use it. Control the wheel spin, or try to. And that was a very, very scruffy lap of Lago Maggiore. Fun fact though, still faster than Tom Brooks, so sorry Tom, mate.